What a difference a day makes. Yesterday, beautiful sunshine. Today, snow. Greetings from Dystopia. Episode 25. Got a little bit of snow last night, as you can probably see. Looks like I got about 2 inches where I'm walking. Today we probably got about 4 inches at the house. Although it did not stick to pavement, it did stick up on anywhere there's grass. Now it's more of a mix of rain, light rain, and the drips as it's all starting to melt because the temperature is rising. I think we're expected to hit 43 today. Hey, good morning. What's funny is this is the same spot he was yesterday. If I can find him. I hear you, but I don't see you. Either way. It's my favorite part of spring, I think, is the morning chorus. All the birds are just starting to wake up, you know, and they start their little morning calls, although it's not morning now, it's a little bit after 11. Had a couple oddball tasks and stuff I wanted to do. I posted the protest shirt. I'll show it at the beginning of the video too. That one made me laugh because it's very fitting of our current climate as far as just as far as the way the whole COVID thing is being handled, but that'll all come out in the long run. I was the only one in this parking area this morning, so it's a bit of a confidence booster. But it is Friday. For anybody that's double checking, it is Friday, April 17th. I want to continue to try and do these day of, even though they may only, be a few minutes long as, I don't know, as life starts to get back to normal and things get in the way of producing the videos, but I will continue to do videos. Quite surprised that yesterday's video, episode 24, in the first 10 minutes of posting, I had this little like fireworks thing on YouTube, which was kind of cool, on my console, I don't know what they call it, the producer console or whatever, because within the first 10 minutes it was up to 14 or 11, no, up to 11 views in 10 minutes. So it means 11 of you actually started watching it immediately, and that's kind of cool. And before I forget, like the videos and subscribe, please. Likes or dislikes, it helps me know what you're liking. It helps the metrics as far as the video being displayed out for other people to view. Subscribe always helps. Like I said, I need 1,000 subscribers before I can actually start doing anything of, I was going to say anything of merit, and that's not the word I want, but as far as distribution, doing YouTube live mobile like this, to do them actually live, I need 1,000 subscribers before any of the better capabilities and better tools kick in. I think that's a good thing that they do it that way, but it's also a disadvantage for people that are starting out, like this channel. But yeah, looks like we're starting to see the fall on the hump, or at least in Illinois. Looks like Wisconsin is over the hump as well. That's pretty good. Minnesota, We're doing all right, lower cases, but it seems like that number is still climbing. So that's going to rule out any early season ground squirrel running across there. Earlier season fishing up in Minnesota. I'd actually planned on a trip up there, hopefully sometime in June, just a short weekend trip. Just run up on a Thursday or Friday and get out and do some fishing. There's a couple areas I fished. I'm not giving them away. 10 years ago maybe, that I wanted to go back up and hit again. It was amazing smallmouth water. Just every cast was a smallie. Nothing, gargantuan fish-wise, but it's just when every cast is a smallmouth, it makes it pretty fun. All my fishing friends will totally understand that one. And to do some camping. And like I said, I want to get back up and do some more section hikes on the SHT, the Superior Hiking Trail. And I just saw it, and it reminded me I forgot to post the pictures in yesterday's video. One of the old mule bridges, or horse bridges, is still here. It was a walkway built over one of the side channels into the I&M, so it's a little bridge where the horse would walk over. It's about 5 foot wide. The path on it is about 3 feet, just big enough for a mule or a horse to go over, so it was kind of cool. So I'll post that up in this video. Little purple flower, forget what it's called. Saw a couple yesterday, and there's one just right then. All right, I'll put that photo I'll put that photo right here. That's one of the prettier ones, although it's very tiny. You don't get a sense of scale, but I'd say it's smaller than a dime. Oh, yeah. Had to dig out the winter gear again. I'm wearing my Cool, Kuhl, winter pants. I forgot the model name of the pant, but I had to put those on. I'm actually wearing a base layer again. Well, just on my legs. Top, I just have a t-shirt and a fleece. It's good enough for today. It's not that bad, but I didn't know if I was going to be wearing boots or shoes today. Shoes work just fine, because like I said, it's not that much snow. Thankfully, we didn't get what they predicted. I was asked to do the lab video, or the van video today, just to film what I would do by myself if I was there and wasn't recording, like making the pad thai yesterday or whatever. If I would just record just a video like that. Oh yeah, I'll do it. In fairness, the request was by my daughter. I should say in full disclosure. And it was just, she asked me to do it ohne Kommentar, so without commentary. So the van segment, I will not talk. I'll just shoot little pieces and put together kind of what a typical time would be for me sitting in the van. Not that big of a deal, but what my kid wants, she gets. What else? No real comments on the videos, or nothing, directly that requires a public answer. Kelly, first off, let me do this. This is where I did the 360 yesterday. And then I'll add in the 360 from yesterday to today to show you the difference in the 2 days. Beautiful sunshine one day, the next day. We'll do a quick Turn around. Kelly Vaz, kicking ass. Posted up his weight loss yesterday. Don't know if he wants that made public on videos, but good on you, Kelly. You're getting at it, man. I should be starting to kick back into running and everything. Yeah, I think I'm going to start probably Monday. Sunday or Monday. We'll see how it goes. Those of you who haven't followed the channel or haven't followed the videos, I was having some adductor issues in my left leg and staying off of the running and the high stretching and any high tension to that adductor has seemed to have helped. I haven't had that much pain at all this week. There's been a fair amount of like I was talking about, rest, stretching, heat, ice. Mostly the stretching and the massage with the little mini orb seems to have helped it out pretty good. I don't feel that firmness, you know, how everything gets firm in a muscle when you've injured it. Alright, it's good for now. See you guys back in the van. No commentary until the end. Alright guys, see you back in the van.
As the Iliad, it would be worth the while to build still more deliberately than I did, considering, for instance, what foundation a door, a window, a cellar, a garret have in the nature of man, and perchance never raising any superstructure until we found a better reason for it than our temporal necessities even. There is some of the same fitness in a man's building his own house that there is in a bird's building its own nest. Who knows but if men constructed their dwellings with their own hands and provided food for themselves and families simply and honestly enough, the poetic faculty would be universally developed, as birds universally sing when they are so engaged. But I never in all my walks came across a man engaged in so simple and natural an occupation as building his house. We belong to the community. It is not the tailor alone who is the ninth part of a man. It is as much the preacher and the merchant and the farmer. Where is this division of labor to end? And what object does it finally serve? No doubt, another may also think for me. But it is not therefore desirable that he should do so to the exclusion of my thinking for myself. True, there are architects, so-called, in this country, and I have heard of one at least possessed with the idea of making architectural ornaments have a core of truth, a necessity, and hence a butte contract as the inhabitants of Broadway, their Trinity Church. But a man has no more to do with the style of architecture of his house than in accordance with that of its shell. Architectural beauty I now see, I know has gradually grown from within outward, out of the necessities and character of the indweller, who is the only builder, out of some unconscious truthfulness and nobleness, without ever a thought for the appearance, and whatever additional beauty of this kind is destined to be produced will be preceded by a like unconscious beauty of life. The most interesting dwellings in this country, as the painter knows, are the most unpretending, humble log huts and cottages of the poor commonly. It is the life of the inhabitants whose shells they are, and not any peculiarity in their surfaces view. Few are able to tell exactly what their houses cost, and fewer still, if any, I will breathe freely and stretch myself in this respect. It is such a relief to both the moral and physical system. And I am resolved that I become the devil's attorney. I will endeavor to speak a good word for the truth. At Cambridge College, the mere rent of a student's room, which is only a little larger than my own, is $30 foraries. No charge is made. The mode of founding a college is, commonly, to get up a subscription of dollars and cents, and then, following blindly the principles of a division of labor to its extreme, a principle which should never be followed but with circumspection, survey the world through a telescope or a microscope, and never with his natural eye, to study chemistry. One says to me, I wonder that you do not lay up money. You love to travel. You might take the cars and go to Pittsburgh today and see the country. But I am wiser than that. I have learned that the swiftest traveler is he that goes afoot. I say to my friend, suppose we drive, we'll get there first. The distance is 30 miles, the fare 90 cents. That is almost the day's wages. I remember when wages were 60 cents a day for laborers on this very road. Well, I start now on foot and get there before night. Part to the railroad, even to make a railroad round the world available to all mankind, is equivalent to grading the whole surface of the planet. Men have an indistinct notion that if they keep up this activity of joint stocks by the greater luxuriance of the means there, the dead and for the most part unmerchantable wood behind my house and the driftwood from the pond have supplied the remainder of my fuel. I was obliged to hire a team and a side produce consumed, and on hand at the time this estimate was made of the value of $4.50. The amount on hand much more than balancing a little grass which I did not raise. All things considered, that is, considering the importance of man's soul in them today, notwithstanding the short time occupied by my experiment, nay, partly even because, and I learned from the experience of both years, not being in the least awed by many celebrated works on husbandry, Arthur Young among the rest, that if one would live simply and eat only the crop which he raised, and raise no more than he ate, and not exchange it for an insufficient quantity of more luxurious and expensive things, he would need to cultivate only a few rods of ground, and that it would be cheaper to spade up that than to use oxen to plow it, and to select a fresh spot from time to time are so much the freer. Men and oxen exchange work. But if we consider necessary work only, the oxen will be seen to have greatly the advantage. Their farm is so much the larger. Man does some of his part of the exchange work in his 6 weeks of haying, and it is no boy's play. Nor am I certain it is desirable that there should be. However, I should never have broken a horse or bull and taken him to board for any work he might do for me, for fear I should become a horseman or a herdsman merely. And if society seems to be the gainer by so doing, are we certain that what is one man's gain is not another's loss, and that the stable boy has equal cause with his master to be satisfied? Granted that some public works would not have been constructed without this aid, and let man share the glory of such with the ox and horse. Does it follow that he could not have accomplished works yet more worthy of himself in that case? When men begin to do, not merely among them.
The audiobook is Walden by Henry David Thoreau. It's one of my favorite books. I don't know how many times I've read it, and now the audiobook, listening to it again. Yeah, it's just one of my favorite books. So, you saw the soup today, Southwest style, mixed bean chili. Very good, still a little hot. Cup of coffee. So there you go. That's what I typically do for a meal when I'm by myself in the van. Still hot. All right, so that's it for today. Be good, be well. See you tomorrow.